Latest legislative session, lawmakers passed House Bill 1332, and it allows armed first responders in North Dakota schools. 6 months after it was passed, questions remain about how the bill will actually play out once the bell rings. Nakaya Carrero has more.
With school shootings continuing to make headlines, House Bill 1332 creates the Armed First Responders Program, a first-of-its-kind bill in North Dakota allowing a designated individual to be able to carry a concealed weapon on school grounds.
The intent was for the smaller schools who have a 45 minute or longer response time from police.
The North Dakota Department of Public Instruction took public comment today, taking into consideration some concerns, such as who would be a first responder.
And one of the things that I'm concerned with is the vetting process of the person that they choose. It could be an upstanding citizen, but you might not know that there has been domestic violence in their household.
As a member of Moms Demand Action and a survivor of domestic violence, Beeler wants to make sure her voice is heard, not only as a member of the community, but also concerned grandparent.
The parents and grandparents of children in that school have some say in who that first responder is. And to me, it seems like it's going to be kind of secretive, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Beeler proposed that they take into consideration a personal reference background check, questioning people who know the individual on a personal level. But this is not a requirement by the state.
It's not listed in law, so we couldn't list it as a criteria in the rules, as we're not allowed to go above and beyond what's listed in law. But school boards are mandating this program, or running this program, so they can make that a criteria if they would like to.
Not everyone will be eligible to be an armed first responder. It cannot be someone who is responsible for direct supervision of children. They must go through extensive law enforcement training. The person must be 21 years or older. The person must also be trained in crisis management and advanced first aid.
Could it be a volunteer? It could if they went through all the training. I think ideally it would be someone who works in the school, someone who's familiar with the school and the students themselves, and that's able to go through the training and also able to serve in the capacity.
The deadline for public comments is December 19th. After reviewing the comments, adjustments will be made if needed. The program could begin as early as April 1st, 2020. Reporting for KX News in Bismarck, this is Nakaya Carrero.
The Armed First Responder Program applies to both public and private schools. If a school wishes to change any of the required criteria, they must get their plan approved by several agencies, including Department of Emergency Service of Homeland Security.